waste any time. We're going to get right into it with just gadgets. Happy Epic Friday. So anyway, this is one of the new cameras that I purchased. This camera came out a few years back. It says that the camera released in 2018, I believe it says. I believe so. But anyway, doesn't matter when it came out. The camera itself is definitely in a league of its own. I don't know why it doesn't have a lot of competition for cameras that do the same thing. But this camera basically, it's a 4K camera, broadcast quality, and it's made for live streaming. So it's made for you to live stream directly from the camera. No computers needed, and no additional accessories other than a hotspot and this, which is just basically an antenna. So you take this antenna, you plug it up to the camera, and you just plug it up. And there, that's all you have to have. That's all you need, and now you can go and live stream from anywhere on the planet as long as you got a hotspot or some type of connection. So as far as all of the ports and plugs that are on here, you have everything you need from HDMI. You have regular HDMI on here. You have USB mini. That's not micro, so USB mini. So people that's familiar with the PS3, the same plug that's used on the PS3 controllers. Then you also have your two inputs for your microphones, input 1 and 2. I don't know if it came with this, but when I purchased mine, it came with a boom mic, and it has a boom mic holder built right onto it. So you put the boom mic right inside of there, as well as your controls for your microphones. It has a little flip up. It has channels 1 and 2, which you can go to inputs 1 or 2 individually, channels 1 and 2, and then you have your built-in microphone. And so, as well as your audio inputs, you got your line in, your mic in, and then you have your mic with the 48 volts for a camera. For a microphone that requires power. Then you have your auto or manual for your, if you want to control it directly, you can put it on manual, and you can control the volume from channels 1 and 2, or you can put it in auto and it does it by itself. And when you put audio select, you can also pick that for channels 1 and 2, and it has an auto selection for, auto or manual selection for both. So those are all built in. The camera has a really good lens on it. 56 millimeter that does 4K, that will shoot extra close. It has a mode where all you have to do is hit a button and it'll do an ultra zoom in. Other than that, it zooms in really well on its own. You have all your buttons. Everybody that's used to handheld cameras, typical buttons, typical arrangement, built-in speakers and microphones. So you have a microphone that is here, if I recall correctly, as well as 2 here. So it picks up audio really well. And then you also have your microphone that you can put on yourself for the boom mics. As well, additional spots, this handle does detach. On the top, you have your zoom in, zoom out. You have your low, medium, and high adjust for the speeds. You have your record, start, and stop button. And then, as well as you can hit the, I believe this button, let me double check. What is that button for? Okay, that's what I thought. So, on the top with the record button, so you don't make a mistake. You hit this little lever, this little switch here, and it will lock the button in place so that you don't accidentally stop recording or start recording. As well as I bought these K-Star batteries. That you see, it has 4 LED lights that you know that it's fully charged. Came with 2 batteries and a charger. We bought this case because, as you can see, the camera itself is not big at all. If you want to get a good idea of how big it is, here's your standard Xbox controller. And as you can see, in comparison, the Xbox controller is, pretty much has about the girth and width of an Xbox controller, other than it's about, from front to back, long as 2 Xbox controllers together, and on the top about the same size. So it's pretty well balanced. It's not a heavy camera. The camera is less than 8 pounds, if I recall correctly. And then, as far as additional inputs on the back, we pop this off. Now your on and off switch is right here, where you see this little light right here. If it's on, it's green, and if it's off, push in. There's a little green button on the top. You push in, and then you slide it. Now you can change your mode with the mode button, as well as you have your ND filters and your autofocus, your manual focus. You got your fully automatic focus, your shutters, your AE levels, your iOS, your image stabilizer. All of that stuff is built right in. It has 2 SD card slots on the inside, so you can either record, you can put a card in both slots, and you can get extra long recording out of it. So if you happen to stop, or should I say, if your card happens to get filled up, it will continue right onto the next card, without any problems, and you don't have to worry about it stopping, and you don't have to worry about swapping cards. And actually, if you fill up the first card, it moves to the second card. You can just pop that first card out, put another card into slot 1, and you got continuous recording without ever having to worry about stopping. Also, you have your receiver buttons, your display buttons, and your status. So you hit the status buttons, it'll tell you the status of everything that's going on the camera, and you can select and choose what things you want it to show on there. As well as with the display, you can do the same thing. You have your built-in screen for the camera. It's not a touch screen, but it does have, let me go to it. I'm almost positive it's not a touch screen. But it does have controls here that have up, down, left, and right. And then you got your inner and your menus. Yeah, so like I said, it's not touchscreen. As you can see with the screen, it's built right onto it, so you can conserve space and time and freaking battery by just closing it. And then your images will show up through the viewfinder. If the screen is open, you can have it where that cuts off, or you can have it where that stays on. And if you do want to, when it's time to swap batteries, there's a battery release button, so you don't have to worry about the battery falling off by mistake. You push the battery release button in, you slide the battery over to the right, pops right off. Now these batteries actually last me about 6 to 8 hours, and they will. And like I said, see, so how this one has 1 light, this one has 4, or it had 4. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it'll tell you the status. Oh wait, I didn't have enough battery.
Session 8, Purple Heart.
And ignore that. So anyway, we have additional buttons or slots on the back. So you have AV slot for a special type of device, special type of monitor, I believe that's for. Then you have your headphone jack, you have your auxiliary, you have your remote, and then you have your DC charge for when you need to charge up, or when you want to plug it up directly. Plug it up directly through the DC jack, and you keep everything going without having to worry about battery life. Or you can have a battery on there, have it plugged up through DC, and it will charge your battery. Once the battery is full, it'll keep the camera charged and keep the camera powered. So also, something special about these batteries is that these batteries have three ways to charge it. So you can put them on the charger, or if you don't have the charger, it has a USB slot built right onto it. For regular USB, has regular USB built right onto it, and then on the opposite side, it has the DC jack. So if you want, you can just plug the cord directly up to the battery itself without needing to set the batteries on the charger. I really like that. So anyway, that's about it. I will show you guys some more stuff with this once we're going to test out the feature as far as how to stream with it live and all of that. Other than that, I'll get back with you guys later.